The rule book is out just 15 minutes ago. I've done a quick read. Not really, but we're going to talk about it next.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
Hey Cowboy, what time is it? It's lunchtime. What is going on, everybody? I finally made a button so I don't have to ruin my voice before every show.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. You've been busy, dude.
I loaded up some buttons, and we wanted the rule book early this year.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Literally just saw it.
Yeah.
Literally just saw it. Was looking at it. I mean, we were just talking about it right before we went live. So it's exciting, bro.
We wanted it out early, as always. They did put out an Instagram post where they shared quick updates about it. What I'll do is after this, I'll do a quick read of the rule book tonight. Tomorrow we'll talk about maybe some more specific things because I do have some questions on top of what was released in the reel.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with what they put as the updates. So here are those. Quarterfinals are back. 25% of the entire world will qualify for quarterfinals. That is new or back again from 2024. So we'll have those back. There will be a cash prize for the winners of quarterfinals. There's always been a cash prize for the winners of the Open, but never for quarterfinals. So now the top 5 will get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grand. Respectively, whatever.
Easy for you to say.
For the top 5 positions in the quarterfinals. The other thing, they are going to do a buy one, get one if you qualify for both individual and age group quarterfinals. So you only have to pay for one sign up for the quarterfinals, and you get to enter both, but you have to register for both.
Right.
But only pay for one. You only have to pay once. Affiliate prizes are back again. If you remember last year, they gave out affiliate prizes for the top performing affiliates and the highest number of registered athletes. And they are doing even more. The more people who register for the Open, the more prizes there are to win. Judging requirements. This is where I was diving in, and I still have some questions. At quarterfinals, you need a credentialed judge is required. 2026 judges course or advanced judges course, and must be done at a CrossFit affiliate in good standing. Online semifinals, back to the 2 judges, 1 floor judge, 1 specific judge. They must have an L1 or higher, and the advanced judges course. And it must be done at a CrossFit affiliate in good standing.
So that's the same.
I was hoping that was going to change. I get that you want to promote your affiliates. I get that aspect of it. But the way that went down last year with everything going around in CrossFit, I know of people who went to affiliates to do their workouts and were treated horribly.
Yeah, I do too.
And so I think that CrossFit needs to reach out to their affiliates and say, listen, we've made this requirement. to send people your way. Don't treat them like shit when they get there.
Just treat them like you would anybody else that's doing a random drop-in. Yes, they are going to require a little bit more stuff. If it's me, and this is just me, I'm not trying to put all the onus on somebody else. So if I'm going and I know I have to go do an online semi and my gym's not affiliated, I'm bringing my own judges. Right? I'm bringing my own judges. The only thing I'm asking you to do is let me say that I did it here and give me a little bit of floor space, whatever that kind of stuff that I need. I'm trying to get with the affiliate owner, with whoever I need to say, hey, look, let me work with you or work with me. Whatever you need me to do, whatever kind of hoops we need to jump through or whatnot, I'm trying to get that done.
Yeah.
To the best of their ability, right?
February 24th to March 3rd, March 16th are the dates for the Open. And that is pretty much all they gave as updates. Again, I'll read through tonight, see if there's anything else. Let me go back through. I know a lot of people had some questions. I've got a question which I don't think is answered in the rulebook. If a Masters athlete qualifies from online semis and then say wins the French Throwdown, which is the week after online and then say wins the French Throwdown, which is the week after online semis. I don't know when the online semis are, Lido, for Masters. I haven't read that far into the rule book. Again, I'm at work, so to read the rule book 15 minutes before we went on the air, I was not going to be able to get through, but I will read it tonight. I know in the elite division, they have moved the online semifinal till after all of the in-person semifinals to clear up the qualification process. But I don't know how they did that for age group. Is it going to be a little worse with the much higher number of athletes moving to semis, unless I'm remembering wrong? I don't think there's more people moving to semis. It's just more people in quarters, and that doesn't have the judging requirement this year.
Right. Semifinals, you need 2 judges, blah, 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 all that stuff for online.
Why does Corey sound like my helicopter pilot when I was deployed? Because we haven't got him the mic yet. But hey, if you keep buying the Thirdzy like you guys are, we're going to have him a mic real soon.
A fancy one.
And I'll tell you, I did not take my Thirdzy last night, and I felt the difference.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
I woke up last night. My mind was thinking about 500 things. Thirdzy quiets my mind down, and it lets me dream vividly and deeply. And all the people I've talked to, the REM sleeps are going way up on their watches.
So my REM sleep is up because of Thirdzy. My HRV is trending upwards, and this is just 1 week since I started taking Thirdzy. I fall asleep faster. I was telling you that yesterday, but like, holy smokes, I'm falling asleep a whole lot faster. It's insane. Like, I can lay down and it's not toss turn. As soon as I get comfortable, I'm out. I was actually telling somebody this morning in the 6 a.m. as I was coaching about it, and she ended up ordering some herself because her sleep has been garbage and she wants to do what she can, and she doesn't like melatonin. And this has no melatonin.
All she had to do is use Jazzy, and you told her that, and she did.
Yeah, she did.
Promo code Jazzy, Thirdzy.com/Jazzy gets you to our portal to order and get 15% off your order.
That's awesome.
How do you know if the CrossFit gym, I'm assuming, affiliate is in good standing or not? Geez. That didn't change from last year, Jody.
No.
Just like you need to make sure your judge is in good standing. We saw what happened when you didn't check that. And the judge says, oh yeah, I've got my certificate. And then they're not in good standing. And a lot of people almost missed out on the games. So it's, as an athlete, I would say it's up to you to make sure they are out on the affiliate homepage at CrossFit.com, and that your judge, I would ask to see that their L1 is in good standing and their certificates from the judges course.
If you think you are going to be a semifinals athlete, take the extra steps. Ask questions. Do not just assume that everything's going to be okay. It's a terrible idea. You don't want to mess around and do really, really well and then have all your shit invalidated because you didn't just ask questions. Hey man,
I wouldn't just ask the question. I would want to see paper proof, or physical proof on their phone or something. Thank you, Joseph Ramirez. $5 for Corey's mic. We truly appreciate that.
100%.
Mark Phillips, for 2026, 35 to 54 is top 400, was 2%, 200 minimum in 2025. Yeah, but that number, because of 2%, was closer to that 400 than it was to 200.
Yeah.
So I do think that it's going to be fairly similar.
The older age groups ended up closer to that 200 just because of participation levels. But like my age group, we had a ton of people that qualified for semis.
Ken Walters, Scott, I just got done watching Savon's show from yesterday morning and have a couple questions. Are you stalking me? How do you know I pose in the mirror when I do Cindy and you think 16 rounds plus 4? I don't stalk you, Ken, but I've met you. You have the guns of Hulk Hogan. If I had those, I'd be posing in the mirror too. I just know the mindset of someone that is that ripped and buff.
Context clues, Ken.
Yeah, that's it. And Lido answered the same question I did because she's super smart. Also, don't use a mat for your handstand push-ups. Yeah, I heard that somewhere last year. Make sure not even the thin garden mat.
So, fun fact: one of my very, very, very good friends bought a couple of the big handstand pads. That's like the proper size or whatever. Like it's whatever the size is on one of them, and he bought one for me. I just haven't gotten it from him yet because he lives in Lafayette and I do not.
Yeah.
So if I have to do handstand push-ups next year for a qualifier, I'll have the proper equipment ready to rock. No, there's Rob right there.
On my truck. And what we'd say to Corey is,
man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
I'm so glad we're able to use all of them.
Yeah. I load things up, man. I got to use them somehow.
Oh yeah, absolutely, work it in.
The size of the rectangle you are limited to.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was at Polaris, like Christy had like an old wrestling mat that like you would see in a high school, and she would cut it and they would lay it and tape it down probably like 20 feet wide on the wall. And then people could just go do their handstand push-ups on that wall, like, and line them up like 6 people across. And then your hands and your head are on the mat.
Beautiful thing.
Lido, about 200 something ended up signing up, but 2% from the open was quite a large number, although I don't remember exactly how many. Yeah, because you have people that qualify that do not sign up.
Yeah.
And so just because it says 400 doesn't mean all 400 will sign up for the semis.
It was a lot. I know for my age group, it was like some ridiculous number. It was well over. It was approaching 400 if I remember right. Like it was a lot. Not all those people signed up, obviously, but like that's how many there were.
I know I'm not sponsored by Paper Street, but got this in the mail yesterday. It is delicious. I subscribe to them. I drink their coffee every single morning, and if you want to like fly through the rest of your day, this is as good as like an energy drink. This is freaking fantastic.
Somebody was saying earlier, I forget where it was, but was saying the same thing about the frost. Was like they had forgotten how strong it was, and by strong, not that it had a strong flavor, but just like had you buzzing from all the caffeine.
Yeah, it is. Man, I do the Soma at the lunch show now, and I guess I got to do the Thirdzy to come down and get some sleep at night.
All right, just chemically motivated all day long, one way or another. No big deal.
Yep. Up or downer, all day long. Does it taste like coffee? I don't like coffee. Well, of course it is coffee. It just has some oat milk in it. And it's more of like a latte type coffee than like a black coffee. New Mayhem podcast worth watching or clickbait? I'm about a half an hour in and I'm saying clickbait so far. So yeah. Jay Birch, good dudes for me. I used to be a good dudes guy until I found Paper Street. And I'll be honest with you, if the coffee's similar, I'm going to go with Gabe. Gabe is one of the nicest guys in this ecosystem of CrossFit, and I would support him 100 times over. So anything close to Paper Street, and I love Paper Street, so I'm not dogging it at all. Anything close, I'm going to go lean towards Gabe.
100%. Oh, Mark went and looked it up.
If you guys even care about this line anymore, I just looked up at 45 to 49 men, and it was 265 qualified.
Oh.
To semis, 157 participated. I'll let it die.
I thought it was more than that.
Yeah. I think 35 to 39 was pretty close to 400. Yeah. Alito, it's $100 to sign up. So my guess is for an online comp, unless you're fairly serious about it, you won't sign up.
She was asking about like the French throwdown and like how it's after the online semis and the leaderboard won't be finalized. And if you happen to win the French throwdown and you also qualify through semis, which one are they taking? Which one are they backfilling from? Stuff like that. Lido, I would say that's probably a good question to ask Chasing them on the CrossFit podcast that is fixing to happen in like half an hour. I just got a notification for it because
I'll read that tonight for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll have an answer tomorrow. But yeah, I'm sure
they're going over the rulebook.
Right, but they get way more viewers than I get, so to get your question through may not happen as easily as it does here. So I will look tonight. And I'll read through it and I'll figure it all out for tomorrow.
Love it. I'll be on a jet plane tomorrow.
Plus the two judge requirement. Yeah, well, that is definitely still happening.
It was so weird, dude.
Ken, I support all the small CrossFit businesses, but have never been able to. From Gabe, was hoping he diversified so I could. There's no need for him to diversify because his business is killing it.
He does sell tea.
He does have tea. The only thing I'm really bummed about with Gabe is he used to sell these coffee sacks.
They don't have those anymore?
Or like a tea bag, and they've been sold out for a while.
Oh.
And that's what I have used whenever I go to Pennsylvania to see my mom, or travel to my daughters or anything, because it's easier than trying to buy coffee and carry it in my suitcase. Because top one, like I know they transport drugs inside of coffee to get rid of the smell from the dogs.
That's why I'm not putting beans in my carry-on.
Right, exactly. I'm always afraid I'm going to go to the secondary search if I have coffee anywhere around me.
I literally just got it in yesterday, and they come in that blister pack, bubble wrap stuff, whatnot, and I could smell it through the bag. So if I can smell that through that bag in the sealed bag that he sends it in. I am not putting that in my carry-on or in my check bag for that matter, just so I can get pulled out of line and let's go have a conversation about these coffee beans that are unopened, by the way, because I'm not rolling with them open, just so I don't end up with coffee beans all over the inside of my luggage. So yeah, I'll just deal with whatever coffee we find when we're shopping tomorrow in Tempe.
Yeah. Have you ever gone through the airport where they actually, instead of going through the scanner, they have drug sniffing dogs and bomb sniffing dogs?
In New Orleans, sometimes it's both. They'll have a section like when you queuing up to go through security, and they have like a big open section where they stop people, and then you got to go walk like one at a time through it, and they got the dogs just walking around in there. Yeah, and then you'll go through security. New Orleans is a huge
In Columbus,
port, though.
if you go through the dogs, you don't have to go through the scanner.
Yeah, no, New Orleans is not that advanced. It's also a giant. It's one of the biggest ports on the face of the planet. So like, there's a lot of shit that goes through that place. So I kind of understand.
I'm not usually that intimidated, but all these officers with their bomb sniffing, drug sniffing dogs, that was pretty intimidating.
Yeah.
Because it's a long, like you're going through like 6 to 8 of them.
Right.
It was pretty intense.
It's more than you wanted. It's more than you wanted. That's for damn sure.
It sure is. If you're heading to Legends, and I know I'm critical of Bob and Joe on this show a lot, but my criticism really is about when they run the games.
Right.
It's not when they run Legends. Legends, the event in Tempe or wherever at Arizona State, is one of the best events I've ever been to. I love that venue. I love the competition. It's their world during that weekend, and they can make it however they want. It's their competition. The only time I have beef with them is when it comes to games time and the definition of what we're trying to do changes.
Right.
We are trying to find the fittest on earth. And so I'm excited for Legends. I wish they could stream it at times, but they just don't.
No, we're not streaming this year either.
Well, they haven't for years.
Yeah.
And I wish they would. Their ego will never let them because, they've picked fights with every podcasting group under the sun. But I wish that you would even do like the Brian Friend iPhone version or something like that at a cheaper rate, but they won't. And it really, really, really sucks.
Yeah. I've one of my best friends in the entire world. I sent him the schedule and our workouts and whatnot. They're like, heat schedule once we got it. And the first thing he says is, it's going to be anywhere on the interweb for me to see. And I was like, no. Sorry.
Wayne figured it out in New Orleans. They have to catch those beignet smugglers. Beignets are damn good. I'm not a donut guy, but there's something about sitting at the Cafe Du Mont, right beside the Mississippi River, and eating a beignet and drinking some hickory coffee.
Good stuff, brother.
Or chicory, right?
It's chicory. Yeah, chicory. I know what you meant. It's fine. Yeah, Shanna. They 100% have released the workouts. We got all of them the other night.
How do you feel about them?
They're all CrossFit. I'm pretty excited. And when I say they're all CrossFit, like last year we had a 30-pound wall ball for our age group, which is not a huge deal, but it's not something that we necessarily train with on a regular basis. We had drag ropes last year. Again, not a huge deal, but not something we normally train with. Stuff like that. The sandbags, I'm always down with. I like heavy sandbags. So, and they do tend to program a little bit heavier, right? We were supposed to have ring muscle ups last year. Didn't have ring muscle ups last year because of some sort of equipment, something or another. It happened like last minute, which is again not a big deal. This year we only get them if you make it to the last heat on the last day. Metal pokes between our feet on the wall balls. Last year, Amanda?
It could have been just at one lane, maybe.
Maybe on her lane. I didn't. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. That is. Decided the rig that I was on, we did not. Mr. Jordan Webb, I will see you tomorrow.
Is it the last year of Legends in December?
So one of the things they were talking about, they asked on the Zoom call the other day, asked Joe if we're still going to be doing this in December come next year, and he said he was not sure.
Which means probably not going to happen again.
I believe his full statement was that he was going to have to talk to the boss, which is his wife.
And you and I know as married people that means I want to say no, but I'm going to put it on my wife to
100%. The easiest thing in the whole world. I told Jennifer a long time ago, like, if she doesn't want to do something, you have full authority to tell somebody that the reason we're not going is because I said I didn't want to go. And like, I will add it, but especially if you know it's something I don't want to do, by all means, tell them I'm not going to do that.
So Amanda says, yes, it was awful.
Amanda, what side of the rig were you on? I was all the way to the left, like closer to the warm-up area and stuff like that, doing wall balls. So like that, it didn't affect me at all, really and truly.
So while we're talking about wives, can I get your ear about something a pet peeve?
100%.
Like, thank God my wife does not listen to the show.
Right.
You know how I love my Chinese ketchup?
Absolutely.
Right. I'm really the only one that uses it in the house. But last night, my wife used it on a dinner we had. What's the first thing you do when you grab your Chinese ketchup?
Shake it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Make sure the lid's closed first and then shake it.
When I'm the only one using it, I always close it when I'm done.
Right.
So I don't want the liquid to come out. I want it to be more of a ketchup-y.
Yeah, I don't want the ketchup water.
I grabbed it this morning to go over my broccoli, slaw, and eggs, and I shake it, and it starts shooting. Because my wife ain't closing the lid. She doesn't close the lid on anything. Like,
really?
I'll go to grab like a pickle, and I'll grab it from the top, and all of a sudden I've got the lid in my hand, and hopefully the pickle jar hasn't fallen with me.
Yeah, you got pickles and broken glass all over the place.
Exactly. Like ibuprofen, like middle of the night, you just need a little bit of ibuprofen. I'll go to grab it. I've got to do 500 pill pickup because the damn lid ain't on. She never, ever puts the lid on anything.
I can honestly say I'm so glad I don't have that problem, because Jennifer makes sure, because she doesn't want to have to clean it up any more than I do. And it's happened where it's usually on me. I've done, I get to doing 3 different things at once, and same thing, pickle jars I'm famous for. Open the lid, I might get 1 or 2 out, whatever, and I don't close it quite all the way. And I'll go back to get it later, and the same thing. I'll grab it by the top, like everybody does, and it'll start coming, and it's closed just enough to where when gravity takes over once it gets off the shelf, and now we got pickles all over the kitchen.
Mark Phillips, yeah, this is her too. I'm the drawer closer as well. Every cabinet, every drawer never makes it closed in my kitchen. Every closet door is left cracked. Like, I swear all day I'm closing our closet door. Every time I pass to go to the bathroom, I'm like, it's open again. Close.
I turn off lights. I will go through the house and turn off every light in the house, because why are all these lights on? There's no need. It's so bright in here. There's no need for all these lights on. I don't need all this light. And
if my husband started leaving things open so that I would actually spill them, words would be had. Oh, we've had the words, but we've been together well over 30 years.
Right.
We're coming up on our 30th wedding anniversary. And it's like they say with football coaches, like after so long, the team just doesn't even listen anymore. And so no matter what words I have, She
Doesn't
has
matter.
learned to tune me out and go to her own drum.
Oh, where's this one right here? Hold up. Yes, that.
Conversely, my husband tightens his shaker cups like someone's trying to steal his. Now I have to admit, that is me.
All day, every day. And this, every time I grab it, I'll close it and I shake it. No matter if I've shaken it 48 times before that, and it drives Jennifer nuts. It's like,
My wife is like, why the hell do you have to put this lid on so tight?
yeah,
And
dude,
so
when
now she just leaves my blender bottles in the sink until I come and loosen them.
same. She doesn't mess with my shit anymore because for that reason, because when I close it, it's closed.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because if you've never had one spill, or if you're never going to shake one that it's not quite tight enough, and now you got stuff running all down the side, and now it's sticky, or the lid's not quite closed, and you go to shake it, and protein goes everywhere. Next thing you know, Jed's a millionaire. Like, that's not good, dude. That's
No.
not good.
Well,
If
and
you don't,
I think the one drawback to a blender bottle is the rubber seals are not the best.
No.
Like they need to improve. So that's why you've got to really tighten them down or you'll get a leak or a spray when you go to shake.
100%. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And God forbid you don't close it right then or clean it up, right then, because it is going to stink.
Stink
And it don't take long. Yeah.
Ken, yep, my wife never shuts drawers or doors all the way. She never uses the bread ties, just rolls it shut. That
Are we all
fires me up, man.
Are we all married to the same woman? Is that what's happening right here?
Now, Jody, her sales pitch is all the kitchens I sell have soft closed drawers and doors.
Okay, we have those, but you actually have to close them first. Like you got to send it on its way, and then the soft close part, the soft close part will take over at some point. But if you don't start the process, it's never gonna happen.
I'm gonna use that line almost. Hey, at some point, you got to send it on its way.
You got to get it going. Just telling you right now, there's an ongoing fight in my house. So I don't know how your bathroom is set up, but we got a door in the middle, or there's two doors, and one of them goes in the closet. But there's a door in the middle, and there's my sink with my mirror and her sink with her mirror, and they are separated by a gulf. Okay, there's a doorway in between. But for some reason, almost every day, I'm taking a flat iron off of my mostly clean countertop. And it bothers me. It shouldn't bother me. It's not that big a deal. But like she does her hair on my side. My toilet seat goes down every day.
Every day.
Every day. I don't play that game.
Yeah,
I don't play that game.
That is not, you can get me on the blender bottle tight whole thing. You can't get me on that one.
100%. So what I've done is that now, whenever it's left there, I don't just put it back on her side of the sink because I don't know where it goes. And if I put it somewhere, I just throw it in the cat and she's gonna get mad at me. Why you just put it in there? So I'll go put it somewhere completely different. Like I put it on top of the dryer because if it doesn't belong on top of my countertop, it damn sure don't belong on top of the dryer. So let's just go put it over there. Washing machine, I put it in the kitchen cabinet a couple of different times because I don't want it on my side of the bathroom. I got my toothbrush, I got my toothpaste, I got my contact or my glasses case and my contact little thing that you put them in, and I got a black plastic skull she got me that pumps soap. That's all that's sitting on top of my countertop, and a picture of my parents. I don't need 47 bottles and all this other stuff.
Ken, I love how all husbands are saints and do nothing to irritate the wives. That I know I do stuff to irritate my wife. I know for a fact I do.
Sometimes on purpose.
But generally mine is like a one-off. Like I don't do something in that moment and it's a once a week deal. Like these drawers, cabinets, I am shutting them 20 times a day.
Yeah. I'm turning off every light in the house. I'm telling you, we go to leave, like to leave the house where nobody's gonna be home. My daughter's lights on, my son's lights on, their bathroom light is on, our bathroom light is on, and there's 3 different lights in our bathroom to turn on, like switch, 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 switch. The closet light, the the laundry room light, like just pick a switch. I would do better if I just had one master that turned off all the lights in the house and just put that somewhere because that would
Master
be
key
easy to
switch
do. Just
for all husbands.
hit that while
Oh,
I'm going out to the garage, and we just call it good. Mm-mm.
I don't think you watch Landman, but
Not enough.
in
I've
this
only seen the
vein,
first episode.
in this vein, on the last episode, there was a scene where Tommy, which is played by Billy Bob Thornton, is lighting up a cigarette after his wife has irritated him to a point, and she looks at him and goes, "Did I drive you to start smoking and light up that cigarette?" And he said, "No, you've driven me to suck the freon out of an AC unit, but this is all I got."
I love it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, no. This is light work right here. I'm actually looking for the freon out of an AC unit. To be honest with you,
Yeah, it was the best, funniest, best line I've heard on
and I
television
know
in a very long time.
I can hear Billy Bob Thornton saying it too, like in that. Oh man,
Oh,
that's
and
probably
that
so good.
southern drawl with the
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
"No, you've driven me to suck the freon out of an AC unit, but this is all I got."
That's
All
fantastic.
right. One thing I wanted to ask you about, and it's something that I've thought about in a long time, back to CrossFit, is Hiller put out his like 15 hot takes or something today.
Oh yeah. I didn't get to watch it yet.
Well, in one of the hot takes, he talks he gets into talking about one. The funniest thing he said was that it doesn't matter what programming some of these elite athletes would have done, they still would have won the games, like Rich or whatever. And he said it doesn't matter if they did Proven or HWPO or Comp Train. And he goes, well, nobody would have won with Comp Train, which was funny. But then he talks about that James Townsend is the best coach that gets no credit.
1000%.
That if Mal would have stayed with him, he thinks there would have been a different outcome, right? And that he doesn't get the credit for getting her to where she was. And everybody forgets that with James Townsend, Mal finished top 10 as a rookie at 17 years old at the CrossFit Games. She then went to HWPO and finished top 3.
And she looked like she was having a good time and enjoying herself.
Yeah.
It was, so she seemed light, if that makes sense. Like not,
And
I won't get into all of that. I love James Townsend.
Why does he get no credit? I think the reason I'm saying no credit is he doesn't really have any elite athletes signing up to have him coach them.
Right.
You know, he coached Mal, she left for HWPO. He coached Tudor, he left because they got into a fight at the games. I think if both of them stay with James, they are in a better position today than they were after they left. And maybe because Iowa was Mal's home, maybe Mal is in a better mental and better headspace. And James told me flat out, he told Mal to go home. Like he wouldn't let her stay at the gym.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that. She didn't like being told to rest, go home, do other things. And when she went to HWPO, she was allowed to do that then.
And ran herself into the ground. I mean, God bless her, but that's what she ended up doing. James Townsend is one of my favorite people on the planet that I have not actually physically met. He is raising strong, badass children, right? He's doing the Lord's work, and for all intents and purposes, I had a conversation with him yesterday, as a matter of fact, on Instagram, where we just kind of, hey, bro, you're killing it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to say that you are part of our CrossFit community. If those two stay with James, I think not only does he make them into world beaters at that point, I think he makes them into, helps to shape them into, and not to say that Edom's a bad person, but into way better adults.
When the part of the argument of Hiller was that, like, Rich admits that he's not a good coach.
Yeah.
Right? He just, when he did it, he just kind of made it up on the fly. And so how do you then coach somebody who doesn't have the talent that you have? Right. Where James didn't have he was strong as hell, but he didn't have the talent beyond that to be a games competitor. And he worked through it and tried to get better at things. Right. So because he did that, he has more experience in developing that person who needs developed up through the ranks. And I just thought it was a great take, because I've thought that for a very long time, that James should get more credit for getting those athletes to where they were. And then this little small town in Iowa, just pumping out talent.
In the middle of nowhere, Iowa. Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. James is the man. Absolutely. And does not get enough credit. Because Matt was a thing, and then within a year, she's up there in Vermont with Matt. And that's all, people focused on was that, WP, HWPO. And then Matt saying stuff like, I'm building a weapon.
Wayne, I bet he was influenced by many of his football coaches and approaches it with a different mindset. I also think that he was so good at football that it came naturally to him. And then when he tried this other sport and got humbled, like, he also knows the mindset of going from super elite athlete to just another guy.
And not wanting to be just another guy.
Right.
Wanting to be the same level. Like, I know I can do this. I know I've done it on this thing. Why can't I do it here? And then putting all your focus and effort into that. And, okay, what do I need to do to make myself good enough? And then having these processes in place and whatnot, and which is going to make you a better coach, right? Like you said, Rich will tell you, he's the first one to tell you, like, we just made it up as I went along. Like, he still does that. They'll go out to the barn and just start writing stuff on the board. What do we want to do? Well, I don't know. I'm kind of sore from this yesterday. Okay, well, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. He's got a brilliant mind for doing that. And it worked for him. And to a degree for his teams, I'm sure. They didn't really have coaches at that point.
Well, before I have to go back to work, I did want to share one thing that I found today about Peloton.
Oh.
And you're thinking, Peloton?
Yeah, you caught me out of left field. We didn't even discuss that. That might be a thing.
When I read this, I was amazed at how the similarities between kind of what we talked about yesterday with like PR pushes behind athletes and different things like that. I'm going to read this through to you. It's like the Lego story we went through a little bit ago. It's screen by screen. Yeah. Remember Peloton in 2023, Peloton's $2,500 bikes sold for $500 on Facebook Marketplace. They were losing $187 million per quarter.
Oof.
Then Peloton CEO discovered one shocking truth about 21st century humans. Here's the mind-blowing insight that saved Peloton. So I'm going to skip over it because most of this, when COVID first hit, their revenue shot to $4 billion in 2021.
Wow.
But eventually people returned to gyms, creating a crisis at Peloton.
$4 billion is a lot, people, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. And this is where it talks about selling their bikes for $500 that they paid $2,500 for. By late 2023, Peloton's numbers were brutal. Quarterly revenue was down by half from its peak. Quarterly operating losses hit 187 million. Subscribers were down 6% year over year. That's when Peloton made the bold move. Peloton's new CEO, Barry McCarthy, completely rethought the company's strategy. Unlike typical fitness CEOs, McCarthy had been CFO at Netflix and Spotify, companies that transformed entertainment through tech innovations, and he spotted something at Peloton that everyone missed. McCarthy realized that Peloton bike was actually just a ticket to join a community. People weren't taking cycling classes. They were riding with their favorite instructors. So he aimed to boost instructors' visibility on their platform and online, but he faced pushback. Investors worried about instructors leaving and taking their followers with them. And analysts thought that influencers couldn't save a hardware company. McCarthy was swimming against the current, but he trusted the data, not the conventional wisdom. McCarthy instructor-centric strategy was methodical, encouraged instructors to build personal brands on social media, create tribes around each instructor's style, redesign the app to highlight personalities. He changed every industry norm. The result, within 2 quarters, everything rebounded. Revenue jumped 20% to $743 million. Operating loss narrowed from $187 million to $45. Positive free cash flow reached a new record at $106 million. And it all happened because of one thing: communities. And they formed around each instructor. One group created a book club centered on their instructors' favorite books, while another created charity fundraisers together. McCarthy transformed Peloton from a product company into a relationship company. Community builds more loyalty than any product feature. When McCarthy repositioned instructors as brands, he created an emotional connection competitors couldn't match. The one lie in this is CrossFit has been doing this for 20 years. Right? 25 years.
That they
There is
have.
a competitor that can match it. But we're not telling that story.
And we should be.
We're not telling the story that we have this awesome thing where we bring people together and we can do more together than we can do it alone.
You want to go fast? Go alone. You want to go far? Go together.
That's the piece that I think, reading this, that's the piece that the marketing right now is missing. We've got all the catchphrases. What the hell do they mean? To someone who isn't in this community, what does it mean? Right? How do we tell the world that we are a community that lifts each other up? That we you and I talked about it yesterday, that have cookouts after Murph, that have cookouts after, or bachelor parties for a guy in the gym, or go to the wedding of this person, that, or this couple's having a baby when they couldn't because they were so out of shape and overweight that they couldn't have a baby, and now they are. And the whole gym gets around them with a baby shower. That's the piece that today's marketing isn't touching on.
Not at all.
And here's another company that has embraced that, and look at the turnaround that they've made. And they're also in the fitness industry. They're stealing what CrossFit had and making it their own. And we've had it forever. And we're ignoring that fact in telling the story of what this fitness thing is.
There needs to be some sort of, I know we keep repeating this ad nauseum, but the two things: number one, stop telling me about it. Me being the diehard Kool-Aid drinker, I'm all the way in, both feet wet. Figure out how to tell the people that need to, that you actually want to get in the gym, which are not you're not the people that are already going. Two, what you just said, like, hey, why should you come in here? Not just because it's crazy hard or because you're going to be better. It's because you're going to be part of something.
And on those days that you don't have it, people are going to lift you up.
100%.
People are going to give you that energy when you walk in the door to get after it, when you didn't think you had it in you on the drive to the gym.
Just show up. It's all you have to do. Just show up. I tell people that all the time. As a matter of fact, I had that conversation with my boy Quentin this morning. Told him I was proud of him because he's been here a year and a half or so, all told. He took about 6 months off and then came back, and he's like, man, I feel better. than when I first started. And I said, dude, I said, first of all, you can squat to parallel. I said, you actually have a front rack position now. Like you can actually hold a barbell. You look better. I know you're moving better. I know you're feeling better. Like that much is obvious. I
But
said,
even, but the point of, I guess I just want to get back to the point of
yeah,
it's a community, right? It's the community that brings you in. It's the community that like makes you join a flag football team at 49 years old.
Yeah.
It's the community that makes you go play soccer at 40 when you shouldn't be, right? The conventional wisdom is you shouldn't be playing at 40, right? But you want to be with your people even more because they've lifted you up and you've been through something together.
100%.
So you want to spend more time in that environment that you go do other things even outside the gym that you wouldn't do. That's the cult piece, but they're missing the point in what makes it the cult. Right?
I don't even know that they're missing it. I don't think they're portraying it correctly. Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
And maybe that's the same thing, but the fact that it's just like, oh, cult. Yeah, people have been calling us cult, but it's really culture. You're still not saying what that actually is, or showing what that actually is.
Right. And I don't want to, like, I think Jen has done a great job in at least getting activity back up.
Absolutely.
Like, so I don't want to dog them. They're at least trying now.
No, not at all.
They're just a hair off.
Yeah.
Like a tweak here, a tweak there.
So it's every coach I've ever had watch me do a snatch and then said, do that again, but better.
Yeah. Exactly. Do it again, but better.
It's like, man, you are right there. You are right there. I just need you to clean up this or just that part of it. Just make it a little bit. It's not even that it needs to be better. Just make it make more sense. Because right now, again, I keep saying it over and over again, but you're preaching to the choir. You don't need to preach to the choir. You need to preach to people outside.
Jay Birch is cheating on us by going over to Chase and listening to dig in the rule book. So, okay. Anyway, but that's awesome. I'm glad they're doing that. I'll probably go watch that now as well. I got to get back to work. But the one thing that the community makes you feel like is a superhero. And what does every superhero need?
Where is my super suit?
So with that, everybody have a great day. I got to get back to work. You knuckleheads get back to work as well. We will see everybody tomorrow on lunch with the Clydesdale. Love you all.